HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this best of edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to recap some great happenings throughout the year. On this edition of HCAM News, we take a look back at some of the great happenings of 2026. So without further ado, let's get started. We have a new podcast airing on HCAM called After the Bell. Hopkinton High School students Dylan Hatherley and Gabe Cafazzo started and host the podcast, and they recently talked with Hopkinton School Superintendent Evan Bishop. Here's a look.
Not just at the high school, but across the district. And in my new role as superintendent, I've been able to kind of see that from K to 12, which has been exciting. And we'll start with the youngest at Marathon. We have kindergarten and first grade nights coming up. The first grade nights, I think, are June 10th and 11th. And the kindergarten nights are June 17th and 18th. It's an opportunity for students and parents to come in, talk to the teachers, see the work that they've done around the classroom, which is a nice kind of community building event for our Marathon, our students and families. And then field days at Elmwood and Hopkins. I'm sure you guys remember some of the field days.
Oh, yeah. Some of the best memories.
Right? I believe Friday the 12th is the Elmwood field day. And then the following week, actually that same week at Hopkins, I think it's the 10th and 11th is 5th and 4th grade field day at Hopkins. So exciting time for them. And at the middle school, we have a lot. We have an 8th grade trip to Canopy Lake on Monday the 15th. I know the 8th grade's excited about that. I talked to a few teachers about that today as well. They also have Step Up Day, if you guys remember, when the 8th grade comes up over to the high school.
Oh, yeah, that's where the Unite leaders get to help out with that, right?
And there's actually a 5th to 6th grade Step Up Day as well, which I forgot to mention in Hopkins. I think that's also on June 15th, where the 5th grade come up to the middle school, which would be great just to kind of meet some staff, meet some upperclassmen, meet some teachers. It's just really a nice opportunity for students to be able to get a sense of the building. And then their 8th grade promotion on the last day is June 24th, which is exciting. So yeah, a lot happening in the
awesome, yeah,
busy month. Not to mention all the stuff that's happening at the high school.
Yeah, busy week for us too. But I just want to jump in. Obviously, this is going to air after graduation and the senior car parade, but those are some of the biggest events of the entire year. We've now talked about it a couple of times, but the senior car parade I think is awesome. The parents work super hard to set that up. My mom's actually on the committee, so I get to hear that in my ear all the time about how great it is. But I did really enjoy it when my brother went through it, and I think that it's cool. And then graduation, obviously, it's going to be sad to see a lot of those seniors go. Those are some of our good friends, but it's good for them. Might get to attend outside this year, I'm hearing now. So.
It is, yeah. It's going to be outside. It's going to be on Friday night, 6 p.m. We have tried to be outside the last few years, but the weather hasn't cooperated. Now that we have our classes of around 320 students plus, having it inside the athletic center is just not conducive to have the graduates in there, but also their families if they have large families. So it's tough. We don't want to, we don't want to have to limit the guests. So we do outside now. Weather looks, knock on wood, beautiful for Friday.
That's good.
Be sure to stay tuned for upcoming episodes of After the Bell, airing on HCAM. The Hopkinton Fire Department recently did some training on enhanced resuscitation techniques. Here's more about the very important and potentially life-saving training.
Okay, so my name is Rick Golden. I'm with Medical Education for Patient Advocacy. I work with the Hopkinton Fire paramedics doing some training. What we've been focusing on this month for shift training that each person is going through is enhanced resuscitation. So what we do is we perform in a like an enhanced role of assigning roles that we do before we even arrive at the scene, that each person knows exactly what they're doing, what equipment they're grabbing, what their responsibilities are. One of the big emphasis on successful resuscitation that we think about are, we think about like time to defibrillation, we think about effective CPR that is immediate, we think about not only getting pulses back when someone is in cardiac arrest, but also getting a good neurological outcome, that they hopefully come out of the hospital and do well and have a good quality of life. So much research has happened in the last several years that tells us what works, and that is exactly what we do here. We utilize within our treatment protocols things that we have evidence that are going to give us good outcomes in cardiac arrest. So we set up in a triangle configuration for this enhanced resuscitation where we have dedicated roles. Equipment goes exactly at the same place every time for every cardiac arrest, and the responsibilities of each person are clear and they know what they're doing before they even get there. And it flows very nicely. It stops interruptions and chest compressions that are crucial for survival. And the other thing that we do that is well documented is that the best results that we're going to get for someone that's in cardiac arrest when their heart is not beating is to get that heart beating again right where they are. So in order to facilitate that, we don't move. We follow the guidelines that tell us that we're going to stay where we are. We're doing everything that they would do in the hospital. If we actually try to take the patient out of the home, extricate them down a flight of stairs, get them in the back of the ambulance and transport them, that affects CPR quality and it affects survival. So our big thing is be good at what you do, practice what you do, and then stay where you are. So everything that would happen in the hospital is happening in the field. We're giving all the same treatments, and it's going to affect their survival when we know they have a higher chance of coming back and having good intact neurological survival. So, kudos to Hopkinen and Hopkinen Fire for doing this. This is a big deal. There are many places across the country that are not this dedicated to their training and to making sure that they're prepared, and they do a great job here. So, Chief, did I hit most of the points you're thinking of?
Yes, thank you, Ricky G. What you're going to see next is a demonstration by one of the duty groups actually running through a full scenario of a cardiac arrest. This is going to show you from the time that the members arrive, as Rick spoke, how they position themselves and how they communicate during the cardiac arrest. One of the big things that we're trying to get out to the community is that when the paramedics show up in a cardiac arrest type situation is they're going to stay there. They're going to work the patient for 20 minutes. They're not going to pick the patient up, put them in the stretcher, and take off. Everything that our paramedics can do is the same thing that's going to be done in the ER. So we just want the families to know that their family members are being taken well care of inside this home, and that the medics are well trained.
Help! My husband's not breathing! Please help me!
Ma'am, step away from the patient, please.
Step away.
Ma'am, step away.
Alright, hands heavy after this man reset.
Look, listen. No
What
pulse,
is,
start
what are they
CPR.
doing?
So they are here. Husband is in cardiac arrest. So they're going to be doing some life-saving measures here. So we have our monitor, which will be able to give us the rhythm that he is in. We have shockable rhythms and non-shockable rhythms. This gentleman here is breathing for the individual, and at this point in time, we are doing CPR. We took over from you. So here we have this app as well. It's called Hand Heavy. It gives us all the information that we need to effectively treat here. You'll hear it ventilate. So we're doing 30 chest compressions to 2 breaths. And then this machine here is a Lucas that will deliver continuous
Roll the patient towards me.
with no fatigue. That'll be the highest quality.
Resume CPR.
Okay, thank you.
Does he have any past medical history?
I jump
Yeah,
What does he have a history?
Charge.
he had a heart attack 4 years ago.
Okay. Was he complaining of anything when he went down today?
Yeah, he grabbed his chest and said, my chest hurts, and then fell to the ground. Do you need a list of his medications?
If you have that,
All right,
are you
clear.
comfortable here watching what we're doing,
Charge
or
it.
would you
All right,
like to
stop.
step away?
I'm gonna go.
Resume CPR.
All right, so spoke with the wife, what's going on? What do we need to see?
Good.
So we did deliver the shock. We switched to continuous. Now the shock, and then we'll move towards medication.
Ready? Get ready to roll. Doing CPR. Clear.
Shot. Now the other.
So what we saw was a demonstration of, again, the enhanced resuscitation, where they assigned roles. They showed up in a triangle configuration, each having dedicated responsibilities during the arrest. They immediately got to chest compressions with their hands. We have priorities that have to occur before we can apply the CPR compressor or the Lucas device. So we make sure that we have compressions actively occurring, that we've shocked the patient if necessary. And then from there, again, everything has specific timing intervals that we follow, where we do them at a calculated pace. So as an example, you saw here that epinephrine did not go in until after the patient was shocked twice. That is the standard per the American Heart Association. Then we give an antiarrhythmic after the third shock. Because this patient had what we call a refractory VFib arrest, where they did not quickly go back into a perfusing rhythm from a chaotic electrical rhythm, we tried a different pad placement, what we call vector change. And when they did that on the fourth shock, after they delivered the shock, we had a spike in the patient's carbon dioxide concentration that we were monitoring through their airway, which tells us that the patient's likely perfusing again, that that's their heart beating again. So once we saw that spike in the capnography or the number of carbon dioxide concentration in their that they were breathing, we paused CPR. Patient had a good pulse, but the patient also needed a little bit of post-arrest support. That's a very vulnerable time where we make sure that their blood pressure is appropriate, their carbon dioxide concentration is appropriate, their oxygen concentration. They did a 12-lead ECG to see like what the background is of what's going on. Is it a potential like acute coronary syndrome or something? And then from that point, you know, it's a very delicate time that we monitor blood pressure, gas levels, and then take them to the appropriate hospital where they can be treated and have the best outcomes. So that's again, it's a team effort from start to finish, and that's what gives us the maximum success.
I'd just like to thank Rick G. and MIPA. He does monthly medical training with our department, and Group 1 for participating in this demonstration today.
We're going to take a quick time out on this edition of HCAM News. A whole lot more ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
HCAM programming is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by WPC Pest Control. Don't tolerate, eliminate your pest problem. Find them online at nobugsnopests.com.
second place, Michael Dion from Hopkins, 37. Third place, Scott Abel from Hopkins, 23. First place, 52-29. Applause. Men 18 and over. First place, Peter Licht from Newtown, Connecticut, 39-40. Somebody. Second place, Ted Tyler, Framingham, 55-50.
We're here to promote Hopkinton Youth Football. It's a great program here in town. And we're here to support the Timlin race. It's such a great cause and a beautiful day, and we're happy to be here.
All right, and when do football sign-ups start, and when can people, or where can people sign up?
So it's currently open, so people can sign up anytime now on our website.
And we are gearing up for a kindergarten and first grade flag team, so we're looking for new sign-ups, new players to come on board and join Hopkinton Youth Football. It's going to be a great season, it always is. So log on to learn more.
Yeah, and we have second grade flag and second and third grade tackle all the way up until the middle school program we tackle for each grade.
That's terrific. And any word how the numbers have been so far signing up? You getting a lot of people so far?
We have a ton of people. A lot of people. Everyone who's played in the past has already signed up, and we're looking for new players, new kids who want to join the fun and be part of the team and part of the Hopkinton Youth Football experience.
Yeah, it's so much fun. It's a great group of kids. We have a lot of kids coming back, and then they tell their friends about it, and then the teams have just grown each year. So it's a ton of fun.
All right, I'm sorry. I was like, I don't know. Is it .com?
My name is Corey Merchant. I live here in Hopkinton. I am part of the Hopkinton Moms group, and we're a local group that tries to make opportunities for moms to meet each other. We do family events with kids, and we do moms-only events. We run play groups and a lot of different activities. We're here to just get the word out about what we do and have a fun craft activity for the kids.
That's terrific. And where can people find you? And is there ways to get involved with the group?
Yeah, sure. So we have a website, of course, hopkintonmomsgroup.org, and we have a very strong Facebook group where a lot of moms share things that are going on in the community. That's another great way to get involved with us, or just seeing us around town doing activities.
Excellent. And what do you got going on here at the table today?
Yeah, today the kids can come and decorate a circle to make a medal for having run the race.
You know, I think everything went really well. It's not quite as big as it has been in the past, but, you know, we've seen a lot of familiar faces. You know, it's like family out here. This run has been pretty amazing throughout the 23 years we've done it. See the same support from so many people, and seeing new kids come in. We've seen younger people grow up, and now they're bringing their kids, and it becomes this family day, and it's been super. So we can't, and of course the weather's great, so we can't complain.
Yeah, I don't think there's a cloud in the sky today.
I don't think so.
So for those that don't know, can you talk about what this event's all about?
This event actually represents my mom. You know, we're honoring her memory by trying to raise money to defeat ALS. It's not the easiest thing, but unfortunately it's starting to come to a little bit more light now because of the Eric Dane situation. It's an unfortunate thing to lose someone, but you know, if it brings more awareness to what we're trying to do, then, you know, not that I'm for it, but I'm glad it's becoming a little bit more on the forefront. Hopefully we'll have some strides in the international conferences coming up, and we'll be able to, you know, get Dr. Brown's medicines approved by our own FDA that they're actually using across in Europe and, having some success with. So that's the whole thing to do. It's just, if we can make one step against ALS, a week, that'd be great.
That's terrific. And where could people go to support your organization in this event?
There's two places you can go. On the web, you can go to theangelfund.org or you can go to the SharonTimlinRace.org. And it will lead you to the same website. There's also the Squirrel Run, the Harpoon Run. I mean, there's many places that you could go that will actually direct you to the Angel Fund. And all the money goes straight into research. It does not go, to administration costs, all that stuff. It goes into research for Dr. Brown and his staff, and they are actually doing a whole lot of great work, more than I can describe, which is above my PhD. I don't have one, but that's what I have.
That's terrific. Well, that's great to hear that things kind of seem to be progressing a little bit, and hopefully that trend will continue.
Hopefully we can make some great strides to get rid of this.
Absolutely. All right, well, thank you so much, and congratulations on another great event.
I appreciate you having me here. Thank you.
Hopkinton Hillers boys tennis got the 24th seed in the MIAA state tournament and traveled to 9th seeded Concord Carlisle in the Division I round of 32. Concord Carlisle captured the win, and the Hillers end their great season with a record of 14 wins and 4 losses. Hiller girls tennis captured the 16th seed in the Division I state tournament and hosted 17th seeded Newton North in the round of 32. Here's a look at what happened. Newton North squeaks out the win 3-2. Hillers finish their season with 15 wins and 4 losses. Hiller girls golf ended their regular season with 13 wins, 0 losses, and 2 ties, capturing a spot in the Central Northwest sectionals. The Hillers finished first in the sectionals with a score of 85 over to capture first place and earn a spot in the Division I state championship along with 5 other teams.
Guys, I mean, they played hard all year, played in some adverse conditions weather-wise, and against some really good teams, and they've come out pretty strong. So they're definitely proud of them this year, and they put in the work, and they're focused on the postseason, which we qualified for a few matches back. So that's our next goal, is to get to the qualifier for the sectionals and play well there as well.
You've been part of this program since the beginning. That must feel pretty cool to be part of the beginning of this program.
Yeah, honestly, it definitely is, especially because my sister is the one who started the team. So it's an interesting experience to kind of have watched it all grow and be here, even in the early stages when they were talking about it. But honestly, I'm so proud of us. It's only been 4 years, and the fact that we've made it to qualifiers every single year since the beginning of the team is amazing.
Absolutely. And 12-0-2 this season, how does that feel?
Really good. I mean, there's some teams where I didn't even think that we would be able to beat them, and it was so weird to finally get over that hurdle.
Oh, yeah, it's really good for the 12 wins, and the 2 ties, that's kind of statistically crazy, because we literally did it one match on Monday and then the next match on.
Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.